You talk about product led SEO. You've got a book as well around it. What is product SEO? I have a basic feeling of it. As you know, I've researched it a bit. But yeah, I'd love you to explain to everybody listening what is product led SEO and why is it important?
So the best way of understanding product led SEO, which is a term I did not invent, but I definitely popularized by writing a book on it. Best way of understanding product led SEO is to understand what is not product led SEO. So what is not product led SEO is the way most websites do SEO today, which is they use a tool like Ahrefs, SEMrush, Google Keyword Planner, whatever. There's lots of keyword tools out there. They put their primary keyword into that tool, and it gives them a bunch of ideas about other keywords they should focus on, and then they write a bunch of content towards that. A lot of flaws with that approach towards SEO, but that's the way most people do SEO in general. What product-led SEO is really thinking about who the user is for your business and how they would use search to arrive at your business and to interact with your business, and obviously figure out a way to pay your business, because this is why we want them to be there. And then to build an entire product offering around that. Common question is, well, that doesn't make any sense. There's no product my search users would be looking for. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be doing SEO. So I don't think you should do SEO just because you can, just because it exists, just because a lot of people make money off it. You should do SEO because there was a user at the end of it. And product-led SEO is creating the thing, the asset, the widget, the offering, the content, the video, whatever it is for that audience, not because a tool told you that audience uses a certain thing and therefore you're going to maybe even game the search engines, but really I'm creating something for that search user that is specifically going to find me from that channel and not any other channel.
Yeah, I love it. There's so many things just to unpack in here in this. Talking about not having a product, what do you say to people that have a blog and they say, look, well, they've got a goal, right? So their goal is their product, I guess. Would you say that's it? Like their goal is in that certain niche, their product is their goal, which is to help people and add value to their life. Say, for example, FIRE, financial independent retire early, that niche. They might not have an actual product to sell, but they're giving value and information. That's their goal. Would you say that's their product for a blogger? Because some people listening may be like, oh, I've got like a craft blog, but we don't sell crafts.
Yeah, just to be clear, that is the product. So yeah. I think for that person, the product is, I understand my user. And really, this is sort of a dirty word when it comes to marketing, but it's an important word when used right, which is personas. I understand my user. So you said FIRE. So who is FIRE? Well, FIRE is not a 60-year-old because they are not retiring early. FIRE is not an 18-year-old because that's ridiculous. Maybe it is an 18-year-old, but it's probably ridiculous anyways. FIRE is not someone that is already rich, and it's not someone already independent. There's a very specific persona there. And when you do personas, it's not like figuring out the aspects. This is where marketing personas become a dirty word. It's not like, oh, they drive this kind of car or they use an iPhone or an Android. None of that stuff matters. It's really like, what does my user look like and what are they going to want to read? So for that person, their product, of course, is their blog. But what should be what should they use to drive the way they talk to that user? It shouldn't be going to SEMrush, putting in the word FIRE, which is probably not a great word because you get like fire extinguisher, but putting in the word FIRE and then seeing what spits out. It's really about talking to the users and saying, what is my particular take on FIRE that I can present to the users that want to hear it from me? So maybe my take on FIRE is I'm good at investments. So then it doesn't matter what the keyword tool says. Write about how people doing FIRE should do in proper investing. Maybe I'm very cheap. I really know how to use paper towels until they fall apart in my hand. Well, that's what my users want to know for FIRE. So that is the product. And it's great that you're mentioning this, because where a lot of those sites that I mentioned do the wrong SEO, they screw up, is if they're selling a different kind of product, but then they build a whole blog around content, but that's not how they monetize. It becomes like this parallel funnel, which is I get a bunch of people to find me on search engines and then read my content, but really I sell e-commerce. And that bridge never happens. They never go from reading that content to buying e-commerce. You have to build it one and the same so it's a part of the funnel. Again, for your listener that might be focused on blogs as content, they're monetizing with advertising and affiliate links more than likely. So as people read, they're part of that funnel. They read the content and then they click an ad or they go over the affiliate. They're not like, oh, wow, this is great reading. Now I need to go buy some stuff from another part of the website. That is the product. The product is the eyeballs.
Yeah, the product is the piece of content that you want people to get. And I think people realize like, oh yeah, I just need to get people to the page. Once they're on the page, which is the product, if the product's good, they're going to consume that product, right?